So Michelle, we have not seen each other in a while. It just seems like ages. So it's nice to catch up. I appreciate you coming on our show to do this lecture with us for our certification program. And so we talked a little bit about what we're trying to do on the phone about the certification program. So just to introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you started in the real estate business.
Okay, well, actually, I'm Michelle Stewart, and it is so good to see you. You look great. And I'm so proud of your success, Nancy, all of your accomplishments. No, you have always been a go-getter, though. Right?
Okay. I tried. My mom says I'm a hustler. I was like so embarrassed. She told me that in front of a group of business owners. And it was when I was selling real estate, and I had hosted this event at Keller Williams, and she was like, "Yeah, my daughter's a hustler." I was like,
wow,
I wanted to go crawl into a hole. I'm like, a hustler? What is she talking about?
Well,
and now, now the movie Hustler came out, so that's really not the term you want to use.
Exactly, exactly.
Like, but other people say, see it as a positive and not a negative thing. It just means you work hard.
You work hard. You work hard. You do. So, and that's exactly what took me into wanting the opportunity to be in real estate, because it was a great business opportunity.
Right.
And I also viewed it as a great way to service the community. I'm just a people person. And so that's really how that was my mindset when I got into the business.
Okay. Great. So just give us some background. So who you started with. I know you said you had a mentor take you up on the weeds that actually recruit you into real estate. So give us a little bit about that backstory, as much as you just share with us.
Absolutely. So really quickly, my first broker, if most people know, was Darren Bowers, who was Bowers and Associates in Southfield, Michigan. And this Bowers was known as the trainer, the real estate trainer. Everybody knew this Bowers. And so it was a humbling experience to go into the office and work with a lot. When I got to that office, there were a lot of really big names in the real estate industry already in the office. So it was really a privilege for me to be there, and I got to learn a little bit of the ropes. Ms. Bowers was an excellent trainer. And from there, I basically, after I spread my wings there, I took off, and my next venture was at Keller Williams, where I stayed the most time of my real estate career. Such a great learning organization. They empower you with so many tools. It's really hard to break away from Keller Williams and start your own business. But from there, really quickly, just had a really good partner that was in Keller Williams, Paul Mahalovich. He went over to Max Brock. Next thing I know, I was over there because there was some transition happening with the Keller Williams Market Center at that time.
Which market
that was Farmington Hills Market Center. It's no longer there, so I was looking for another opportunity as well.
Yeah,
let me go.
They had a American broker for a while, female, and I think she was okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because I was there with Bloomfield.
That's right. Yeah. So, which is another opportunity. Something new, something different, a luxury small boutique, but was doing a lot of, top, we had a lot of top agents, a lot of great mentors there as well. And then from there, I opened up my own company, Clear Realty Source, LLC, which I own and operate as the broker, the managing broker.
Okay.
And,
And tell us how long you've been had your own company as a broker.
Since 2011, I opened up Clear Realty.
Okay. How has that been with you transitioning from being a real estate agent to now being an agent and owning your business? Do you feel like you still own your business? I mean, you're still an independent contractor, but when you have the name, your own, it's kind of like a different ball game. So tell us how you made that transition, how it's going.
So I will. So yes, it was exciting because, of course, I had a good database, and it's all about the relationship.
Exactly.
It's all about the relationship. So it's not really the name that attracts your clients, it's the relationship that you build.
Right.
So the transition was basically putting out marketing, letting people know that I was doing something really exciting on my own. So that worked out well.
Right.
There were some little bumps in the road as not getting the training. I wasn't prepared with the training and some of the operations that were in place at the other, what do you want to call it, the more franchise. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, the franchise establishment. So other than that,
so are you saying training in terms of becoming a broker, training as a business owner, a combination of both?
Combination of both.
Okay.
A lot of times when you're not the operating broker,
right?
I was a broker when I was at Keller Williams, but I was
you didn't have your hands on everything.
Exactly.
So
and I also ran a very successful team. I guided my team very well, but there's just a lot of other things that you really don't understand. And so that was a learning experience. But
it sounds like you battle with us.
Yes,
I did. That's the best time. That's the best way to swim. You gotta jump in the water.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and then I think it's kind of like you leaving corporate America or leaving the nonprofit sector and becoming a business owner.
Yeah.
You don't really know, you're excited, you're nervous, like your adrenaline is high every day. Every day is gonna be different. And you're learning something. It's just learning like a totally new system. But you get the training you need and you just become activated to to do what you need to do. So
that's absolutely right.
Yeah.
But it was good that I had that team though.
Right.
Because that still gave me a kind of like that, knowing really how to put that business structure together. But then again, Nancy, like I said, it's still a lot.
A lot that you don't know.
You just don't know what you don't know, right?
Yeah, so tell us, so leaving the team and going out on your own, did you take any team members with you or you just started from scratch, which is probably the more ethical thing to do? But it probably was kind of like a lonely journey from you operating and managing a team to now, being a solopreneur, as you call yourself.
Yes, solopreneur. That's right. And that was the most difficult part.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will say, there was a lot of outsourcing. I had to start doing some outsourcing and partnering with people. But if I could do things differently, I would have liked to shift with the whole team in place.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's ideal.
Yeah, but that is not likely a lot of times.
Right. Because you have some people, and that was one of the other questions I was going to ask, like being in a franchise versus starting independently. Yeah, some people that don't want to leave that franchise then for a lot of good reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Like I probably would not. I'm not one to want to start. Well, I started DBHG, but in terms of an industry that's already very well established, I can understand the name recognition. However, it sounds like you've been in the industry like over 20 years. So by then you had already made a name in the industry for yourself. So, anyone that's really seasoned, I can understand. I mean, if it makes sense, if the numbers look right, because you're not now sharing a large portion of your commission with someone else. Hopefully you have people sharing their commission with you at this point. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, the table is turned, but I can understand that franchise structure. So this, okay, tell us some of the advantages and disadvantages of starting with as an independent agent and as or with a franchise. What do you recommend for a rookie agent in real estate?
What I recommend for a rookie agent in real estate, just CRM, database management. Mm-hmm. Really, when you start getting in and making those cold calls and start making those connections right away, putting those contacts into a management system. If I would have did that when I first started, your pipeline goes on forever.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? It's so critical because you never know when people are actually engaging with you about real estate. If you stay in contact with them,
Right.
you can hook them because because what's happening right now is the communication.
Right. There's like a breakdown.
Yeah, there's exactly, thank you, Nancy. Right on. There's this breakdown there. You take things for granted.
Yeah.
But what you just put in your pocket, now you don't know.
We don't know what's the business card. Yeah.
As soon as you start with the database manager, even if it's a constant contact, $15 a month.
Yeah.
Then move up to some more strategic and more, real estate based CRMs.
Right.
And
Yeah. I think it's good to have something individual too, because like the Keller Williams and the farmers insurance agents, they have built-in databases in their own systems. But when you leave, you don't always take those contacts with you, and you're the one who created it's your database, and your contacts. That is your business. So when you don't walk away with those contacts, you're like, you're leaving money on the table. You're leaving opportunities that you created for yourself, and it's a gold mine. And then somebody else might not even go pick it up. So you're just kind of leaving your former customers hanging, and then they don't have any place to go unless they go to some of your team members, from your former team. Oh, hi, Gerald.
Hello. Who is that? Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding?
How you doing? Madam, you know who I want to ask you about. I want to ask about my man and how he's doing in school. We're gonna talk later. I think. What was that?
He graduates next year.
No way.
Yeah.
I know you proud. Come on now. Come on. That's exciting.
So you're about to be an empty nester. So tell us how you all met with this relationship, because we know that, as Michelle and I said, relationships are everything in sales and in business. I mean, even in the corporate world too, and in the nonprofit sector, relationships are important. How did you two connect? Did you just come in as members of NARAB and you did not know each other, or did you all already have a working relationship? Tell us what role NARAB played in your relationship.
And that's for me, right, Nancy?
Either one of you can answer. Yeah.
Okay. Well, no, we did not at the time. Actually, we had been around in the business together. We didn't know each other personally. And then, of course, once we got together in NARAB, we worked together and traveled the world together, the country together, for sure.
Yeah, that's
great.
Awesome.
Tell us.
Go ahead, John.
Nope, and I'm saying Madam Michelle was our president. I think our second or third president. Had phenomenal success in the chapter and went on to have phenomenal success in the national organization. I've missed seeing them. Michelle, you get my letter? I sent a letter out after my health challenges, and hey, I miss you guys. And it was just recently. And just to say thanks for all the prayers and all of that goodwill. Anyhow, but I miss you all.
Oh, we miss you too. Yeah, we didn't know.
That's G. That's my G right there.
Well, I was, as you all know, I was a member of NARAB as an insurance agent. I did not know about you all at the time as a realtor, and I could tell like the relationships that you all. He looked like he's about to cry. You see this guy? He's making me emotional.
Yeah.
The relationships that you all have, I think that's what impressed me the most about the organization. It wasn't coming in and be like, oh, look at all of these realtors and look at all of these clients selling insurance. That's what impressed me the most was the relationships, and just me having the opportunity to be a part of that was really exciting. And then being under Michelle's leadership was and she's just an incredible leader. I really enjoyed sitting under her and just her leadership skills. And so let's talk about these trade organizations. Why are trade organizations so important in getting these certifications? Like not only having these relationships, but having some structure around that and it being on a professional level. Tell us why that's so important, Michelle.
Well, certifications these organizations, I'm just so passionate about them. We need these associations.
Yeah.
They help us with social impact, with social change, making things better for the world, right, Gerald? For our communities, for our members. So getting these certifications and working with groups like yours is incredible because certifications give you credibility.
Absolutely.
When you're having these referrals across 42 states in this organization, you're looking to who's honing their skills and who's keeping up with the industry.
Absolutely.
Do you agree, Gerald? I mean, it's, but that's my take on it.
Yeah. And it's the skills certifications, and then it's all the business development relationships. I mean, in so many areas that NARAB or trade organizations and NARAB in particular expose us to things that no other organization did. And to put you in touch with people who could help you develop business, that was pretty cool.
Right. Yeah, the other thing too is like it's empowering because as we had said in some of the NARAB meetings, you can, and I'm not saying race is everything, but it just shows you how much power is in organizations. Because like you said, you have a purchasing agent who's African American, the buyer was African American, the seller's African American, the listing agent was African American. Then you turn around, you went to an African American owned title company. I mean, it's just unprecedented, and it's got to feel empowering. Like I said, I had stepped away from real estate and went into insurance. I left in real estate with the housing crash in 2008. But that has to be empowering because you guys are all sitting at the negotiating table, and it's like you all have relationships with each other.
Yeah.
And a lot of people can't say that.
Yeah, because we like to do business with people that, of course, that we like to trust.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We receive referrals, and I send referrals all across the country.
Yeah.
Without a contract and always get paid. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are always moving. So I think, being a rookie agent just starting out, these types of organizations are invaluable because you all have been in the business for, X amount of years. You have those connections that a rookie agent just does not have. And me coming, I've only been in Michigan about 23, 24 years, me coming from a different state and really, not being born and raised here and not, knowing a whole lot of people when I got here. I met a lot of people since I've been here. But it's even more important if you don't have those outside connections, you need to hook up with either a team, like you said, the television brought a team, or join some of these organizations so you can, if you really want to grow quickly and get in the trenches, I don't really see how you can there's not a lot of other options available because you can have all the training that you want and, you can have a lot of head knowledge, but until you get out there, like you said, meet people, build up your database, you're not going to get a lot of sales.
Right. And you need that peer support. You need people like Gerald, who is more knowledgeable in areas than you to help guide and mentor you to do things, which he has done in my life for me, his wife as well. So, yeah. And knowing people in your industry that you can go and you can do some critical thinking and some, some kind of brainstorming and some things like that. It's kind of cool as well, pass off some things. And and another great thing about these organizations is learning and doing things out of the box, seeing how other people are doing things across the country.
Yeah, because they might give you some ideas you hadn't thought of before. So I think those mastermind sessions are really important too. Because, like the Bible says, iron sharpens iron. Mm-hmm. So you having those sessions and, those powwow discussions, it works out very well, usually. So what's a piece of advice you would give a rookie agent starting her own business during COVID right now? Do you think this is a good time to start? Because I'm like, if you can be successful right now, like when the market turns around, it's just like your business is going to skyrocket. But what do you think? Would you advise someone to start a business right now?
In real estate? real estate business?
Well, real estate
Yeah,
insurance,
yeah,
okay.
any type of real estate, absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely, I would. I think they would adjust, if they're starting now,
Right.
they would
Probably be 5 steps further than me. You know what I'm saying? Only because
Exactly.
we were so used to a different climate. You know, so we're doing some stumbling.
where you're just starting,
Right.
oh my God, you're jumping in, you don't have to be, I like to this, you don't have to be doing that,
Making those
pushing it.
transitions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're just, you know, set some of your things up and, you know, especially your technology.
Right.
And that's one thing that I would say, make sure that you're very tech savvy. This is a tech savvy world.
Right. I know a lot of the views, the housing views, they want to have a virtual tours now first. So having those programs in place is important.
Absolutely.
Yeah, having your website and all of that type of
All the
thing, QR codes
Yes,
and
yes.
everything else.
Yes.
That's virtual tours. Because people look at that, I think that adds some credibility too. It's like you don't have a website, like you're an
Yeah.
agent and you don't have any virtual tours on your website. They're just making these quick snap judgments, you know, without even taking opportunity to get to know you as a person or as a professional. And those are just things I think you have to pass those barriers in those first couple of, you know, that 5-second introduction to even get on to the next point of, you know, getting to the point of expectation.
Right.
Meet someone.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm not a big business person either.
And social media is providing so a lot of access at this point that they'll do well. I mean, anyone who has those types of skills, they'll do well even during the pandemic. The virus won't slow them down. And at the end of the day, it's just going to come down to continue to develop those relationships through this kind of environment. And if you can do it now, like you guys just said, it'll be simpler when this is gone.
Yeah.
It'll be set up. Yep. But surely get started. If someone's looking to get started, this environment is not a reason not to do it. Actually, it's better than it was in 2008 when the market crashed. So it just makes it clear it's not that bad. It's not that difficult right now.
Yeah, I just felt like I was a rat that needed to get out of the ship or out the boat. I said, "Oh my goodness," because me and Michelle, we were kind of like, I didn't know you like selling luxury homes, and I was doing Syntex, and I mean, I was getting like double commission, and you know, some of the sales was like $5,000 to $6,000, and then when the market crashed, all I could really do was like, you know, investment property. And I was like, oh no. I said, oh no. I said, I can't deal. I'm like, I got to go. I said, I cannot handle this.
What do you think about that, Joel? I'm curious. What do you think about
What was that?
I
couldn't handle it. I could
Well,
not. It was like
yeah.
the bottom just fell out. I was like, oh, I can't pay my bills now. So I can't handle this. I got to do something else.
Some of the largest firms went bankrupt during that time. So it just tells you how difficult it really was. It was a significant
hard. I mean, there's people going out of business now, but I think, you know, real estate, it's like he who owns the gold. Like real estate is everything. So when you see, you know, a lot, they say that we have lost more, African Americans have lost more property in 2008 during that crisis than any other time in American history. So when you see a whole group of people lose massive amounts of wealth, I mean, it's just like mind-boggling. It's like, like I said, I couldn't handle it. So kudos to you all for sticking it out, because I was like, I got to do something else. And that's how I got into the insurance business.
Yeah.
But I see you guys went through the storm, so you made it through.
We did.
I recently wrote a book called Fire Your Job, Be Your Own Boss. And from the book, I realized that a lot of business owners, especially new business owners, they need help. They don't necessarily know all the ins and outs of business because it's new to them and they're on a learning curve. Because as a business owner, you're not just selling your product or concept, you're also running the business. So you're in charge of human resources, you're in charge of product quality, you're in charge of people management, hiring staff, payroll. So these are all parts of owning your own business. It's not just the product or service that you're offering. You can either choose to hire people to do those things, but most of the time with new business owners, they do it themselves. The Hub Group comes in to help because we are a group of business professionals. We own our own businesses, and we can help you put those pieces together. So the benefit of the Hub Group is that you have access to 8 to 9 different professionals who, on your own, if you were to go to them, more than likely you could not afford them. We're offering you these products at a discounted rate in order to help you grow your business.
Working on your business, unlike working in your business, working on your business is planning time. Taking the opportunity to realize you need just as much time to plan the access to your business as you do working in the business. In other words, how are you going to get customers to come to your business? That's working on your business. Working in your business is servicing those customers.
Frequently, the difference between a new business succeeding and failing is the expertise they're able to bring to the problems that confront every business. The Hub Group brings you into contact with people who are not only capable of doing the work, but have the experience in the fields that you're working in and are actually interested in helping startups. It's very different working with a startup than it is working with a more mature company.
A lot of small business owners don't have HR departments, and they don't have the resources to bring on an HR professional. So we offer services such as HR compliance, consulting, organizational assessments, and training, amongst many other HR-related issues.
Sold vehicles for 10, 12 years. Going back to when I was 19 years old, I mean, the skills that I've learned and acquired kind of still serves me to this day. I maintain relationships, how important integrity is, how important your word is, you know. I've clients who purchased when I was 20, 21 years old, okay, bought a vehicle from me, who are clients to this day, and they trust me with their, you know, be it a retirement account.
Ashton Business Consulting is a full-service CPA firm. I provide accounting, bookkeeping, and advisory services to small businesses, nonprofits, and individuals. For businesses starting out, day one, you need to set up a solid accounting system. Okay? You have to understand where your expenses are going. You need to understand where your revenue comes from, not only from a management perspective, but also from a tax perspective.
So the most important thing that no business owner realizes when they get started is the cost of doing business. I work with helping business owners write their business plan and also decide on what type of business entity they want to start with. I also help you file the paperwork with the state as well as get your EIN number. We have 7 other professionals who all have their own specialties. So that could be real estate, that can be insurance, that could be legal services, that can be HR services. So by the time that you start your business on day one or opening day, you have a thorough understanding of what you're getting yourself into. You have a game plan, which is your business plan. Your business entity is set up so you won't be getting in trouble with taxes. And you're going to have everything that you need to successfully start your business. If you're ready to jumpstart your business in 2020, hire the Detroit Business Hub Group and go to my website,